Staglets and the Perpetual Help Junior Altas. An NCAA matchup that'll for sure bring us, to say the least, excitement. And once again, this is Cholo Pangilinan together with Coach Noy Africa and of course Jana Zaplan at the sidelines. And to begin our game, we have a pre-game report coming from our courtside reporter, Jana Zaplan.
Both Perpetual and San Sebastian are coming off tough losses, making this not just a game, but a test of resilience. As NCAA regulars, this is a chance for them to regain their rhythm and confidence as a team. We are all excited to see this match as we are expecting a focused, high-effort battle between these two. Now giving this to Sir Ryan Pajaro for them to start the game.
Again, the reigning, defending NCAA Juniors champs, the Perpetual Help Junior Altas, will be facing the San Sebastian Golden Staglets, another upcoming NCAA team to watch out for. As first shot of the game, JC Enot plants his flag. Stolen immediately by Castillo. And San Sebastian looking to start this game strong.
Right now, San Sebastian looking to give Perpetual a dose of their own medicine, trying to force turnovers early, put pressure in the backcourt.
First five for Perpetual. We have Candido, Zanoria, Dulanas, Nitura, and Castro. And for San Sebastian, it's Castillo, who's shooting at the line. Will make it. We also have Duxolon, JC Enot, Joshua Scott, and Rizano.
Well, as reported earlier, this is going to be a test of resilience for both teams as they are coming off losses. The Staglets losing to Smash Basketball yesterday, while the Junior Altas falling to the Red Cubs.
And for sure, both teams eager to finally get a W after, again, suffering a loss. And you know, that game between San Sebastian and Smash was something else. Again, Smash Basketball Club team getting another upset, this time in the 19 and under division.
But for the Staglets in the game yesterday, they had Castillo finishing with 15, Yusuf with 15 and with 14, and Duxolon also finishing with 15 points.
It was a close game, so again, it was just the breaks of the game that really dictated the outcome. But nevertheless, that was a great game for San Sebastian. And on the other side, Perpetual losing to San Beda. Again, it was a revenge game for the Red Cubs, as again, Perpetual eliminating them in the semifinals in the Final Four of that juniors NCAA season.
Also in that game, also decided by the breaks of the game late. Lancitura fouling out late in the fourth quarter, and that could have pretty much stemmed the favor to the side of the Red Cubs.
And of course, that time performing big was Juris San Juan for San Beda. So certainly, you know, there's a big hole left by LeBron James Daep for Perpetual. Hopefully, others can step up, the likes of the starting Hans Candido for Perpetual right now.
Well, most definitely after losing your 6'7" forward center guard. He plays pretty much, he plays perimeter defense also fairly well. And that's a big hole to fill. And it doesn't have to come from one player. It's going to still take a team effort for the Perpetual Junior Altas.
But you said it a while ago, this is going to be the chance of Lance Nitura to step into the spotlight. But right now, it's going to be a platoon substitution for Coach Geoff Cleopas. Batanggila standout Kurt Velasquez looking to carry this 5.
And this just shows how deep the roster of talent is for the Junior Altas. You make a platoon swap and the quality, the talent still available on the floor. It doesn't go down even one bit.
And speaking of LeBron James Daep's absence, perhaps that guy can fill in, that big hole in the front court. Bert Jude Binagatan scoring 2.
Well, for sure, he can fill in one facet of the offense for the Perpetual Altas. Really a very physical finisher inside.
Meanwhile, San Sebastian now trailing by 1. Oh, Inot, no look pass to Castillo. But that won't end in 2 points. As Louis Rosales secures the basketball. He puts one up. No good. But possession will stay with Perpetual. Foul against San Sebastian.
Well, as what just happened here in the first 3 minutes, Coach Geoff Cleopas not happy with the effort being put out by his first 5, quickly filling in a new 5 on the floor.
Meanwhile, rolls off the rim was that shot of Louis Rosales. Normally, it's money for him. Luckily for San Sebastian, it wasn't. Meanwhile, Rizano, no good. Corpus is running. Jim Corpus losing it. JC Inot in transition. Outside to Solon for 3. Rolls out. Perpetual had a chance to extend the lead. Corpus just does that.
Well, if you watch how Perpetual got their championship in the previous season, it was really a lot of pressure defense and a lot of transition baskets and a lot of threes. And I think that's what the San Sebastian Staglets is trying to replicate now.
Corpus lost it initially, continues to lose it. Here goes JC Inot. Drops it to his teammate Rizano. Joshua Scott. Not that time for Joshua. But there's a foul on Scott.
Well, also for the Altas in the game yesterday, they were led in scoring by Lancitura, of course. You've got Pert Binagatan also scoring in double digits together with Kurt Velasquez, who finished with 10 points yesterday.
Again, that's another guy to step up in the next season of Perpetual. Velasquez and Nitura, that backcourt duo might be effective for them. But for this game, not really playing together. 5-point lead for the boys of Coach Geoff.
Usually in the preseason, Coach Geoff Cleopas likes to tinker a lot with the combinations on the floor, giving everybody a lot of opportunities to fit into the system and evaluate who gets to play the most minutes come the major league. That is the NCAA.
Velasquez for 3. Won't fall. Possession will go to San Sebastian. A lot of tentative decisions coming from Perpetual. As Alberto Labandero checks in for Duke Sulon. A scorer in exchange of a scorer. And now here goes San Sebastian. Solon, or rather Labandero. Vicencio outside again. Labandero goes right. He'll settle for a three. He won't make it. Foul on Labandero for reaching in.
That's what I like about the junior Altas. Even the guards, they crash the board. So the minute they get those rebounds, especially the long ones, they're off to the races.
Under 4 minutes remaining. And now we turn it over to our courtside reporter, Jana Zaplan.
For Coach Joff of the Perpetual Altas, every game is a chance to grow. That's why they took their recent loss in stride. He views tough situations as a blessing, moments that reveal the team's true strength and help sharpen their system. True to his coaching style, Coach Joff avoids naming a fixed starting five, instead trusting in a steady rotation to keep everyone engaged and ready. While some players are still recovering from injuries, the Altas remain a strong and competitive unit, focused and excited for today's game. Cholo and Coach Noy.
Thank you very much, Jana, for that report. And, you know, in defense of Coach Joff Cleopas, he did just lose his 6-7 weapon. So, again, it's going to be a lot of recalibration for his roster.
But again, just to show how deep the roster is, it's not like he changes the starting five and he puts out a lesser quality of talent on the floor. It's just really just looking for the best possible options, best possible combination on the floor.
Jim Corpus, three-pointer was an option for him. Make it now an 8-point lead in favor of the boys of Coach Joff.
Well, actually, even if LeBron James Daep came away with the MVP award in the NCAA, it's an equal opportunity offense for Perpetual. You get an open shot, you're allowed to take it.
Meanwhile, Velasquez will go to the line for 2 freebies. Again, played for the Bantang Gilas team in the 16 and under division of the FIBA Asia Cup. As we take another look on that fearless drive from Kurt.
Very important for the Staglets to get back on defense, especially in transition, because itong, of course, Perpetual will always put their pedal to the metal, so to speak, as they've really made a living out of playing fast.
First one is good for Kurt Velasquez. 2 out of 2 for Velasquez. Makes it a double-digit lead for Perpetual, as we have over 2 minutes remaining in our opening period. Labandero still not feeling it yet. He's usually the suspect of scoring for San Sebastian. Labandero. Pintulan, the spin. Foul downstairs. So it'll stay with San Sebastian, as that's only the 3rd team foul of Perpetual this period. One more to give for them. On the other hand, San Sebastian in a penalty situation. San Sebastian trying to generate some offense. Won't go for them that time. Great defense from Jim Corpus, getting a hold of it. Velasquez outside, crossing over, attacking, but won't be scoring. The Staglets running. But they turned the ball over, fumbling that possession.
They had a 4-on-1 in that opportunity. You're expected to score when you've got those kinds of numbers. But great effort for Perpetual to make the stop.
Look, Rosales for 3 off the back iron. Rebound by Vicencio.
Great use of his body to create the space to corral that rebound.
Inside. Great find. Staglets finally get on board after a while.
The defense of Perpetual really giving them fits. Finally scoring, as you said, after quite a while.
Corpus knocks it down from deep.
So they're trading twos for threes now as the lead back up to 11.
Back to a double-digit margin in favor of Perpetual. Another turnover. Coach Chelito Caro is far from happy.
They cannot afford to have those unforced turnovers, as Perpetual will try to force you into those mistakes.
Patalinghog now in the game. Bourbon outside. Corpus back again to Bourbon inside. And Perpetual losing that basketball. Good defense from Vicencio. Patalinghog tried to borrow back the basketball. 11 seconds remaining, shot clock is off. Perpetual turning on the clamps. Labandero has 8. Down to 3 seconds for Perpetual. Patalinghog settles for a mid-range jumper. Wise move to settle for a much nearer shot, but that won't go in. That'll end our opening period 19-8. 11-point lead in favor of the boys of Coach Geoff Cleopas. The Perpetual Junior Altas enjoying this lead as we will be waiting for the start of our second period. We'll be back for more. Go back to the action. 19-8, 11-point margin in favor of the Perpetual Help Junior Altas. And for the boys of Coach Chelito Caro, it's going to be one long day for them. So far, what they're doing hasn't been working, but good for them. It's still early in the game. Enough time for them to go back to the drawing board and, of course, let see if what's going to work.
So far in that first quarter, only shooting 21.4% from the field are the Staglets, 3 out of 14, while the Perpetual Junior Altas getting a lot more better quality shots, hitting 7 out of 16 from the field.
They try from deep. Won't work for Ryan Radaza. But there's gonna be a foul. So Kakay Zamoras, the lefty sniper of Perpetual, will go to the line. Perhaps a chance to get on a roll, get on a rhythm before he takes the threes.
And you know he's gonna take those threes. That's the role that he plays for Coach Geoff Cleopas, being the resident gunner from deep, although he did not get to play yesterday.
21-8. 13-point lead now in favor of Perpetual. Nitura inside, he gets fouled. First time we're seeing him. He's gonna be shooting 2 to start this game, to plant his flag and get his first points.
Of course, Lance Nitura coming from that Nitura siblings of athletes. You've got Shai Nitura, the rookie phenom for Adamson Volleyball, an elder sister playing for Letran in volleyball, Judiel Nitura, and his brother, Cyrus Nitura, who I believe has already moved to Mapua from Perpetual. So just imagine how competitive this family is.
And of course, just imagine how many live streams their parents are
Oh
watching.
yeah, that's for sure.
And hopefully, he'll be committing to the Perpetual senior Altas, I mean. As his brother again initially played for Perpetual but moved on to other schools. As right now, 15-point lead being enjoyed by Lance Nitura and his teammates. Coach Chelito Caro having some discussions with our officials.
Even assistant coach Eman Calo also on the floor.
They're really pleading their case. Emotions going high. Hopefully it's all settled with.
Didn't exactly catch what they're complaining about.
Coach Chelito Caro getting teed up and he's still not stopping. Same goes with Eman Calo. Again, hopefully they sort these things out. Obviously, we wouldn't want any mess to be made. Of course, we just want to play basketball. Of course, these young men just want to play basketball.
Yeah, but you also have to note that this is part of basketball. Coaches working on the referees early. Well, there's really a lot of frustration so far for the Staglets as they've been limited to just 8 points so far.
So Kakay Zamoras, another chance for him to get on rhythm. Not that time though. Nevertheless, Perpetual enjoying this 15-point lead.
30 seconds shuffle.
San Sebastian again having a hard time. Some color developing between Labandero and Patalinghug. And wise move for Patalinghug to move away. As we saw Labandero, I believe, hook Kurt Patalinghug's arm, if I wasn't mistaken.
Yeah, but I didn't think that merited a technical for both
Technical
players.
foul on San Sebastian's number 14, AJ Labandero. And technical foul on Perpetual's number 1, Kurt Patalinghug. Both for second motion.
That's just gamemanship, but I guess the referee is trying to make sure that they have control of this ball game.
That's what you want to happen. Coach Chelito Caro far from happy. His boys not really executing the plays they've practiced, as Duxolon will now enter the game. So Russell Santos will now do the point guard duties of San Sebastian. Duxolon will be the scoring option for them. Perpetual now with a possession. Again, they have a comfortable lead. But you can't be too comfortable. As Bourbon sends it to Zamoras for three. There you go.
That was the reason why he was being given all those opportunities from the free throw line.
And that guy is dangerous when he gets hot.
Well, the thing is with Kakay Zamoras, even when he's cold, he's gonna keep on shooting.
No choice for Coach Chelito Caro but to call a timeout. 26-8, they're down big. Over 2 minutes passing by, under 2 minutes rather passing by in our second chapter. 26-8. Big deficit being faced by San Sebastian. As again, nothing really working for them. They've been limited to 8 points so far. And we've seen Coach Chelito Caro, shuffle players, inserting the likes of AJ Labandero, Duke Solon, and still really nothing going on for them. Even JCE not finding his rhythm so far. But he still has options. Possibly the likes of Kaiser Castillo can finally produce, or Sean Antazo. They finally get the rebound. Santos in transition. Russell Santos finishes for 2.
Well, if you are struggling on offense, what you try to do is get into your offense early. And that time, they find Santos leaking, getting the easy 2.
Zamora's getting swarmed. Bourbon settles for a 3. Not that time. And a foul. I believe that's called on Radaza.
Too aggressive that time on the side of Perpetual. Both teams now with 3 team fouls each, with just about more than 2 minutes going by here in the second quarter.
San Sebastian running a play, but they lose the basketball. And again, you can see the body language of the players of Coach Chelito Caro. They're really frustrated, but they have to maintain composure.
Yeah, most definitely. And of course, very frustrating is the pressure being put out by this Perpetual squad, as there's going to be a foul in the paint away from play. The official time is 7 minutes and 18 seconds in the second quarter.
Another look on what exactly happened. So some love being shown by Sanchez and Radaza to each other. Perpetual now. Bourbon inside find. Stolen by Antazo. That's one more guy they can try to find. Solon hands it off. Solon goes right. The pick from Sanchez. No good coming from Antazo. Rebound by Zamoras. Patalinghog brings it down. Perpetual looking for options. Radaza to the left, Zamoras. Patalinghog uses the Bourbon pick. He'll fire one, he'll make one.
Also very key will be the guard play of Kurt Patalinghog, who just might be given the keys to the offense of Perpetual after Icy Calyangan already joining their seniors team.
I believe Icy Calyangan committed to the Mapua Cardinals.
Oh, okay.
But Jericho Cristino did commit to the seniors of Perpetual. Actually, I think a bunch of them did.
Didn't I see? I think it was just somebody wearing a Jericho Cristino's jersey, because I saw
Yeah.
a Cristino.
I think that was Hans
Yeah,
Leopard
that's Hans Dupar.
wearing Cristino's jersey. Perhaps they missed their teammates. But Sanchez, though, getting greatly defended that time. Nothing he could do.
And that's usually what's very interesting during the off-season, where the players move to, especially those graduating from high school, either staying with their school or transferring to another school or another league.
But happy to see a bunch of junior Altases commit to the seniors rank with the same school. As we see, Kurt Patalinghog unfortunately turns the ball over, prompting Coach Geoff Cleopas to insert Ferreira and Zanoria. Here comes San Sebastian. They're down 17. Russell Santos inserted for good measure by Coach Chelito Caro. Santos the spin to Sanchez. Good for San Sebastian.
Ever since the entry of Russell Santos, he's been able to set up his teammates.
Nitura diving for it. Stolen by Duke. Solon in transition. He'll score.
That time outpacing Gardulanas in a foot race, as The offense of the Staglets starting to come alive here, only down by 13.
Ferrer in the middle. To the left side, Nitura. In the middle again, Zanoria. Outside, Radaza. Shot clock down to 5. Radaza, no good. Dulanas, no foul call. Solon gets it for San Sebastian. Russell Santos in transition. Sidestep finish is good.
Russell Santos now with 4 points in the game. As the Staglets starting to get their offense by playing defense.
They cut the lead to 11 points. Jones Ferrer to the middle. Now to the left side, Zanoria. Up top, Lance Nitura. He will attack. And he'll draw the foul.
Well, I think at some point, Lance Itura will need to be more assertive and more aggressive. He does have the physical tools to become a good player, but I feel like at this stage, he's trying to defer to his teammates too much.
Nevertheless, a chance to finally get on board is Lance Nitura. First one is good. On your screens, you're seeing head coach of the Perpetual Junior Altas, Coach Geoff Cleopas. One more coming for Lance Nitura. As we have over 4 minutes remaining in our first half. Still a big cushion in favor of his team, but he'll miss that second freebie. 12-point lead for Perpetual. San Sebastian, are they in danger? Sanchez losing it. Hands it off to Solon. Duke trying to create. Solon, basket and one. Duke Solon cuts through the noise.
That time, Duke Solon going into the body of Lance Itura, taking away the shot blocking ability, able to score despite the contact.
And as Solon takes his first, or rather his only free throw, we'll be turning it over to our courtside reporter, Jana Zaplan, for a report.
With a young core and a rotation designed for development, the San Sebastian Staglets treat every game as a stepping stone for growth. Most of the team are rookies, and going up against college-level opponents is no easy task. But Coach Chelito Caro uses these matchups to test their composure and build confidence under pressure. Malakas din ang Perpetual kahit maraming nawala, Coach Caro acknowledged, recognizing the challenge ahead. Still, the Staglets see every game as preparation for something greater, an opportunity to refine their system, make key adjustments, and stay hopeful that these learning moments will shape their NCAA journey. Right now, by the second quarter, things are heating up as they are down by points. Let's see what adjustments are ready for this case. Cholo and Coach Noy.
Thank you very much, Jana, for that report. And indeed, you know, that's the purpose of these kinds of tournaments for these NCAA teams. To, you know, test the waters, see what the best, first and foremost, rotations are for them, and of course, the best options.
And also, you know, in the first report for Perpetual, the common theme for both of these coaches is growth. For Coach Geoff Cleopas, an opportunity, a time for growth for his team. Well, it's the same thing for the Staglets, and it's the opportunity to grow and develop their system, their basketball program.
Solon, 2 out of 2, cuts this lead to just 7 for Perpetual. Zanoria in trouble. Dulanas. He'll drop it inside. Leopard converts.
And again, a lot of very versatile players on the side of Perpetual that time. Guard Dulanas able to find Leopard open inside.
Meanwhile, Russell Santos slithering his way to the iron.
Continuing to be aggressive is Russell Santos now with 6 points here, mostly scored in the second quarter.
But then that happens. Hans Castro trying to ruin the fun for San Sebastian. A chance to make it a 10-point lead again for Perpetual. Hans Castro is at the line. We'll take another look. Again, the defense of San Sebastian getting tested.
Again, the importance of getting back early in transition, not allow those easy incursions for Perpetual.
So Hans Castro converted that three-point play, making it a 10-point lead again for Perpetual, a double-digit lead. Great hustle from Santos. But that won't end up in a bucket. Zanoria running the race. Renzo Zanoria drawing a foul. And Perpetual another chance at the charity stripe.
Zanoria is actually a transferee from the USC Tiger Cubs, but this is a kid that Coach Joff has known for quite some time. So when the opportunity for Coach Joff Cleopas to take over the Perpetual Junior Altas program, he tried and eventually brought in Zanoria to eventually will have to be one of the lead guards for Perpetual.
And happy to see, the likes of Renzo Zanoria having loyalty to his longtime coach, Coach Geoff Cleopas. And we saw that actually with the aforementioned team, UST Tiger Cubs.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of the former players of Coach Manu going to him.
And finding much success as Coach Manu, one of, if not the only coach to win a championship in both the NCAA and UAAP Juniors division.
Certainly an impressive feat, and is now part of the coaching staff of the CSB Blazers. Which
Yeah, just might add that to his resume.
And speaking of CSB Blazers, Winston Hinot's brother is playing for San Sebastian.
Again, of course, UST and San Sebastian, both Dominican schools. So that just might be the connection there.
Perhaps. As I know JC Hinot used to play for UST, right?
And really, the talent pool of USC just keeps getting deeper and loaded. So eventually, other students try to see if they can find an opportunity elsewhere.
But for sure, that'll be the same case for San Sebastian as the years go by, considering again the new management. But right now, Coach Chelito Caro calling another timeout. They're down by double digits again as we have over 2 minutes remaining in our first half. to 26. 10-point lead for the boys of Coach Geoff Cleopas. As again, just when San Sebastian thought they were narrowing the gap, Perpetual steps up and makes this again a bit of a cushion. But Tuxolo now and company has a chance to cut the lead again to single digits. Hinot getting erased.
Well, it's one thing to find a driving lane, but eventually those driving lanes start to close in and close out.
Under 2 minutes remaining. Solon turning the ball over. Perpetual a chance to extend their lead. Velasquez to Corpuz. He's been hot this game. Velasquez goes left. Leopard. Great passing for Perpetual, but stolen. They'll get it back though. Counter steals, but this time ends up with San Sebastian. JC Hinot directing offense. Pacheco, that won't fall. Over a minute remaining in our first half. Castro to the middle, Leopard. Corpuz at the right slot. This time it's Velasquez. Slow step, won't finish.
Well, it's nice to see also that the Staglets defense is starting to get tighter as they've been able to start limiting the opportunities here for Perpetual.
Exactly 1 minute remaining in Chapter 2. Our officials seem to be having some discussions about our last sequence. So Arkin Cristobal getting called for a foul, and again, both teams are on the penalty, so JC Enot will be going to the line. He's been fairly quiet this game. I'm sure Coach Chelito Caro is looking for his production.
Well, it's going to be quite a challenge for Eno to get inside the paint, especially with the tight defense being played by Perpetual.
First one is good for JC Enot. Again, brother of current CSB Blazer Winston Enot has the same exact jump shot as him, or shooting form as him.
Although Tony probably a little taller.
So Duke Solon cuts this lead to just 8 points with under a minute remaining in our first half. We'll be back for more. Under a minute remaining in our first half. Just an 8-point lead. Correction, 7-point lead.
Well, this could be an important juncture of the game. Either Perpetual tries to build momentum to keep that lead going into the second half, or San Sebastian can force a turnover and get this game closer.
And that's what they just did. 5-point lead now. Perpetual desperate for a shot, and they'll get it from Hans Castro. Good job for Perpetual having answers for everything that San Sebastian has been bringing out. Enot this time. Outside dish, Pacheco for 3. Won't go. San Sebastian unable to defend that, but Hans Castro fumbling the shot. Enot will have to shoot it. He does. Almost, but not quite. At the end of the first half, it's 38-31. Perpetual helped Junior Altas enjoying this not so big of a cushion. 7-point lead. And San Sebastian definitely not out of the woods. Still very manageable. But first, let's take a look at our move of the game. This beautiful move coming from Hans Castro. Again, unorthodox lay-in. But again, it's 2 points nevertheless. Tried to avoid the travel call. He did. And got the 2 points as well. And that is it for our first half again. We'll be back for more action. Back to the action here at the MetPark Sports Center, Pasay City. And to begin our third period, our score 38-31. So far, San Sebastian coming alive with their offense. Can be better, but Perpetual having an answer for everything that San Sebastian have been bringing out.
So far, both teams shooting decently from the field as Patalinhog with miscommunication there. A turnover for Perpetual. The Staglets shooting 38.7% from the field. The Altas 40%. Turnover-wise, already 10 for the Staglets. 13 now for the Altas. Leading scorers, you have Castro and Corpus with 8 points each, while Duc Solon on the other end with 12, and Russell Santos coming off the bench, producing 6 points in that second quarter.
So safe to say, I think this is a close game. No clear-cut winner just yet. And that's the purpose of our second half. Only time will tell.
And I think this is one of those games wherein the team that will start stronger in the second half just might pull off this victory.
That's going to be a challenge for both teams, as we're seeing both San Sebastian and Perpetual turning on the clamps on defense. Solon having a hard time. He gets blocked.
Well, when you try and get into the gut of the defense, you do have to be more creative as they force a turnover on Patalinghog.
You got to commend the lateral movement of Duc Solon, forcing Kurt to go out of bounds with no foul.
That's right, just using his feet, trying to keep in step with Patalinghog.
Inot forcing the issue, but possession stays with Perpetual. 5 to shoot for them. A tight window. But wait a minute. Coach Chelito Caro calling an early timeout. Only 2 minutes passing by our third period. We'll be back for more. Perpetual, 31 San Sebastian. Some color developing between Louis Rosales and JC Inot, but looks like they will just lap it off. Inot triggering the inbound. Solon has it. Solon attacks. Right hand won't fall. Solon getting hit on the face. Coach Chelito Caro is furious.
The interesting decision there for Solon. He actually had an open three but decided to put the ball on the floor.
Solon right now on the floor again. Gotten hit on the face. Hopefully he's all okay.
But again, the advantage of having the IRS, they can review this play.
So Commissioner Joel Ngo and the rest of the officials will take another look on what exactly happened. The luxury of, you know, having cameras, the technology we have. Coach Eman Calum pleading their case that Duc Solon got hit above the elbow and even in the head area. But San Sebastian will use this time to study a play. On the other side, a mini huddle for the 5 of Perpetual. Unsportsmanlike foul going to be called on the Junior Altas.
So again, that's the importance of them working the referees early. With that technical foul earlier, now the referees will... It's not really intentional, but there's something psychological that the referees now have to know that they already sent their message across to be a little more eagle-eyed in calling.
So that's on Kurt Patalinghug. He's out of the playing court. 2 technical fouls for him.
Yeah.
And that's going to be big.
He had an earlier technical foul when he got his arms entangled with, I forget who. I think it was Duxolon also.
He plays a huge role for Perpetual, specifically playing that combo guard role. So it's going to be big for them. Hopefully, the others can step up. Gardulanas has been quiet this game. Solon will make the first free throw. One more freebie for him and one more possession for San Sebastian.
For sure, Kurt Velasquez will probably have to take the minutes that Patalinghug will leave vacant.
Louis Rosales and JC Enot showing some love. As San Sebastian now gains possession. Enot receiving it. Corpuz locking him down. Scott provides the pick. Enot goes left. Nowhere to go. Solon has it. He goes right. 5 to shoot. Solon, bailout shot. Great defense from Perpetual.
There's really no space being given.
Corpuz for 3. Off the back iron. Dulanas grabs it back. Inside. Still no good. Second chance for JC Enot and company. And they'll get fouled.
So even if Perpetual got back on defense early, they still ended up committing a foul. That's their second team foul.
Almost 3 minutes passing by our third period. 38 to 33. Solon triggers the inbound. Enot trying to get free. He finally gets it. Enot sorting his cards. Attacks left. He'll put one up. And he'll be shooting 2 free throws.
Right now for the Staglets, just putting their head down and getting to the paint has been one of the main reasons why they've been able to come back to this ball game after being down as much as 11 points. Lead down to just 5 points.
Enot at the line. First one is good. Don't look now, it's only a 4-point lead, even a chance for him to make it a single possession game. 2 out of 2 for JC Enot. Much needed freebies for San Sebastian.
So far, Perpetual has been held scoreless in the first 3 minutes of our third quarter.
Nitura has been quiet, a chance to make some noise. Bourbon drawing the foul.
Again, you'd like to see Lance Nitura to be a little more selfish, a little more aggressive. As he could have, I felt like he could have gone all the way to the rim, but again, his unselfish nature, looking to make the right play.
Great defense again from San Sebastian. Enot to Solon. He'll step on the brakes. Enot thought about the 3. And he'll sort his cards. Rosales closely guarding him. Sanchez provides the pick. Enot, it's still with him. Enot, inside find, swiped away by Rosales. Louis brings it down to the corner. Velasquez for 3. In and out. 4 minutes passing by, chapter 3. Single possession game. A chance for Baste to tie this one up if they take a 3. Enot, outside pass, Solon. Bingo!
Well, this is really a shot that Duxolon needs to develop. That's only second attempt from the 3-point area, has made 1. And especially with the slashing abilities of Enot, he's gonna get some open shots from the 3-point area.
We have a deadlock. Solon gives his squad the lead. That'll count, but wait a minute. Coach Geoff Cleopas, it's his turn now to get furious.
Rarely do you see Coach Geoff Cleopas losing his temper.
Technical foul on Perpetual usage of Altas for entering the hood.
So technical foul called on Coach Geoff Cleopas as they lose the lead. Thanks to that Duke Solon shot in transition. He's been doing the work for San Sebastian. But if they want to steer away, his teammates will have to help him.
Yeah, most definitely. But, you know, Enot may not be scoring heavily, but he has been creating some opportunities for his teammates. And interesting how both coaches now with a technical each for entering the court.
And that's what makes this game really intense. You just know these two want it bad.
You do want to have that psychological advantage of having beaten the other team. Eventually come the NCAA, which is, I believe, like months away. But you can see both of these coaches already trying to plant the seeds to have a fruitful campaign.
Both of their losses actually really hurt. San Sebastian losing to Smash, of course, a club team. Perpetual losing to San Beda, a team they eliminated last season. But Luis Rosales makes that shot.
Luis Rosales, more known for his outside sniping, but he too can put the ball on the floor and attack inside.
We're nearing the 5-minute mark of Chapter 3. Santos sizing up. Santos goes right. Loose ball, ends up with Sanchez. Fade away, no good. Scott gets it back. Santos diving for it. Ends up with Rosales. Forward pass, Velasquez. Rosales. Nitura will fire for 3. Bingo!
Again, the equal opportunity offense of Perpetual. Continuing to swing the basketball. Velasquez actually had an open look already. Decided to swing the ball, eventually ending up in that last Nitura 3.
So Kaiser Castillo enters the game. Same with Alberto Labandero. And now we turn it over to our courtside reporter, Jana Zaplan.
At the half, San Sebastian is being reminded to avoid unnecessary reach-ins to prevent getting left behind on defense. It's all about staying disciplined and keeping their matchups in front to close the gap. Meanwhile, Perpetual is focused on taking initiative and using false screens to create better opportunities. Coach Joff's message is clear. No excuses, just solutions. Because just like what we always say, kapag gusto may paraan, kung ayaw maraming dahilan. With emphasis on execution and communication, Perpetual is pushing to stay in control of the game. Cholo and Coach Noy.
Thank you very much, Jana, and very well said by Coach Geoff Cleopas. It's just a matter of, does the Junior Altas want it more than their opponents?
But on the other end for San Sebastian, is really reiterating the importance of being disciplined, especially on the defensive end. And look now, they've managed to bridge the gap. The Altas only down, up by 2 points.
Shot clock at 9. Santos goes left, sends it out. They try from deep. No good from Tepan. Wait a minute. What just happened? Again, a lot of love being shown here. Good job for our officials, quickly stopping the action.
But with the way Kaiser Castillo walked away from that fracas, usually you watch that player who is trying to look very innocent. And usually that is a guilty party. I do hope we get to see that replay as the table officials are now reviewing that play.
So right now,
I believe that was on the rebound sequence.
on your screens, Commissioner Sir Joel Ngo and of course Head of Operations Sir Fordy Aguila taking another look along with our officials on what happened. That's not good if you're San Sebastian.
And that's definitely, that looked like a closed fist. But he did connect only in the chest area. So let's see how The referees will call this one.
And again, you cannot escape with those types of things anymore because of our cameras, unlike the good old days.
Are you talking about my days?
I didn't say anything. I just said the good. I said the good old days.
Well, especially with the equipment being used, especially by Nudge Plus Productions, you're not
Indeed.
gonna get away with anything.
And that's something the players will have to take in mind. You cannot escape from those kinds of things.
That's a disqualifying foul.
Disqualifying foul on Santos Bastian's number 2, Kaiser Castillo.
But that's a big blow. Castillo is actually one of the bigger contributors of this San Sebastian squad. Unwise decision for Castillo. Again, just behind a camera.
That's what gut punch. It was right in the bread basket. Now he has to leave the playing venue.
So this is, you know, one of the circumstances where you can say these are young men. Young, immature men. In terms of basketball, young, immature men that let emotions get ahead of themselves. But hopefully, that won't cost San Sebastian the W.
Most definitely as both teams now with players ejected. Patalinhog on one end, Castillo on the other. As he's now being ordered to pack his bags by D. Ryan Pajaro.
But hopefully, you know, that actually gives more chances for the rest of the Staglets to step up. Labandero has been fairly quiet. Santos made an impact, but I'm sure Coach Chilito Caro is looking for more. Again, Antazo not really finding any time.
Although one bonus for both Castillo and Patalinhog, they can stay at the lobby where there's air conditioning.
And they can watch the live, provided, of course, by Nudge Plus Productions.
That's true.
So right now, Perpetual will be having possession as they have a 6-point lead. Again, Perpetual now with the possession. Velasquez will be the one to trigger the inbound. Santos, the one to bother him.
14-7 shuffle.
So replacing Kaiser Castillo as Jap Tepan of San Sebastian. As Velasquez sends it out. Corpus for 3. Bingo! Hand in his face, it doesn't matter.
Well, at this stage of the ball game where momentum is in the balance, a shot like that could break the momentum of the Staglets and actually swing that momentum in the favor of the Junior Altas.
Labandero going to work. Forces the issue. But he'll get awarded with 2 freebies. And again, that guy is a potential suspect for San Sebastian, but right now, he's not that effective.
That's why I believe they bring in Duke Solon, who has just been very impressive so far for the Staglets, leading them in scoring.
But you gotta love the leadership of JC Inut. He is the team captain after all, so that explains it. Instructing his teammates even when he's not on the floor. As Solon, Labandero will miss. Rosales fades away. Good for Louis Rosales. 7-point lead for Perpetual.
A little bit of bullying that time for Louis Rosales, creating the space for that mid-range jumper.
Santos losing it. What a pass from Velasquez. Dolanas won't disappoint.
Pressure defense working wonders here as Perpetual back up to a 9-point lead.
Again, Solon needs help. Stolen by Corpus. Jim Corpus. Behind the back pass. Dolanas once again.
Right now, Perpetual looking to put down the hammer That lead is back up to 11.
Labandero losing it to Rosales.
I think they just might need to bring back JC Enot.
Dulanas, 6-point swing for guard Dulanas.
And not even calling a timeout to try and arrest the momentum that has clearly swung to the side of Perpetual.
San Sebastian in trouble. Russell Santos trying to search for options. He goes right. Solon has it. They have 5 to shoot. What does Solon has in mind? Labandero greatly contested. Shot clock violation.
Right now, the defense of Perpetual not allowing any kind of penetration and able to close out on the shooters of the Staglets. See once again forcing that steal. The creative pass from Velasquez to Dulanas.
6-point swing for guard Dulanas, all off gorgeous passes.
This time from Corpus with a behind-the-back pass.
Over a minute remaining. Corpus, it's his turn. Too quick. That first step is lethal.
Miscommunication on the side of the Staglets. No one there to rotate over.
Enot back in the game for damage control. But Perpetual looking to do more damage as we have under a minute remaining in Chapter 3. Perpetual possibly ending this period with a double-digit lead.
And this was just about 4 points, 5 points just a few minutes ago. Right after the ejection of Castillo. Perpetual all of a sudden with this huge run.
Corpus will miss. Nevertheless, Perpetual up by 15. Tough task for San Sebastian. Solon. Outside, way outside. Solon sizing up. He has 10 seconds. Solon steps back for 3. That's a miss.
Has a wide open shooter on the other corner.
Nitura finishing the play at the break. He's been quiet. On the other side, Vicencio. Dulanas committing the foul. Making Vicencio earn his points.
Foul on number 27, guard Dulanas is second. Supervision is against the ones checking in for the Gigantes.
This time it's Corpus hooking up with Nitura for that transition basket.
So Mark Gutierrez will be shooting from the line. First one is no good for Gutierrez. 13.5 seconds remaining. Enough time for Perpetual to set up a play. 0 out of 2 for Gutierrez. And here goes Velasquez, full head of steam, outside the Corpus for 3. Rolls out. 3 seconds remaining. Enot puts one up. At the buzzer, JC Enot makes it. A much-needed bucket for San Sebastian, but that face says it all. They're in a tough position. Our officials will take another look. Again, the luxury of having cameras from Nudge Plus Productions.
Well, that basket should count, so it will be down to just 15 points. Still very possible for the Staglets to make a run, but they're gonna have to start early and start everything on the defensive end.
Indeed, again, that face says it all. Enot not happy, nevertheless, 2 more points. 15-point deficit for San Sebastian. We'll be back for the 4th period. final quarter, one last grind for our NCAA matchup for the third game of the day against San Sebastian, suffering this 15-point deficit. But it's not yet the end of the world. They could still turn the table over. Zamoras will miss. Enot, great pass. His teammate just couldn't convert.
And in that third quarter, the Perpetual helped Junior Altas scoring 23 points, only 15 for San Sebastian. Really the big bulk of the scoring coming in the final few minutes right after that unsportsmanlike foul called on Castillo of the Staglets.
Nitura attacks left, the floater short. They get it back, Nitura. Third time's the charm for Lance Nitura.
What was impressive was the first, the second, and the third jump was just as high for Lance Nitura, just showcasing that athleticism of his.
17-point lead now for Perpetual. Enot forcing the issue. Two freebies coming up for JC Enot, the team captain of San Sebastian.
Well, offensively, Enot has been struggling, only 2 out of 8 from the field, but his aggressiveness is what really fuels the offense for the Staglets, as he has been the one creating opportunities for his teammates.
Although that first freebie was no good. Again, that face says it all. You know he wants it bad. Same with the rest of the Staglets. 16-point lead. They'll have to play defense. Zamoras attacks, Zamoras. And those kinds of plays won't help.
And it's nice to see Kakay Zamoras already developing that quick first step as he expects teams to close out on him hard from the perimeter.
Enot is outside. Enot goes right, loses it. Stellar defense from Perpetual. Nitura finishing.
Just really impressive. Really excellent perimeter defender and quite the finisher in the open court.
Meanwhile, fumbling that shot was Reynold Magadan. As Perpetual now a 20-point lead. Perpetual sending a message in this fourth period. Solon, I'm sure, is tired.
Well, offensively, it's been the lone bright spot for the Staglets. Already with 19 points in 3 quarters, looking to break the 20-point barrier with his 2 free throws.
Duke Solon definitely did his job the whole game, but his teammates almost nowhere to be found. JC Enot not really on a groove. Sean Antazo getting limited minutes. AJ Labandero also not the best game for him. So Solon will be the one.
And Russell Santos, aside from those few minutes of production in the second quarter, has been absent right after.
But that's one of many issues for San Sebastian. Their usual suspects not really performing. Oh, the hustle from Perpetual is very admirable. Again, handling that 18-point lead, but acting like you're the ones chasing that big of a lead.
Well, I think that's the difference when you look at the lineup of the Perpetual Altas. The usual suspects could be just about anybody.
Again, they are, after all, NCAA champions. First one is no good. Arkin Cristobal. Second freebie on his way. Zero out of 2. Enot is rushing. San Sebastian can still turn the tables. But as I say that, they turn the ball over instead. As Dolanas will draw a foul himself. Labandero going back, and hopefully it's going to be a better outing for him.
Sanchez, 5 fouls.
Sanchez out of the game.
As if the problems weren't enough for the Staglets. Now it's Sanchez fouling out for the Staglets, I mean.
Joshua Scott enters the game. Same with Labandero. So hopefully this trio of Labandero, Antazo, and Solon will be effective for them on offense. Labandero asking for a pick. Scott provides it. Labandero now against Dulanas. Scott. Labandero again. Sloppy offense for San Sebastian. It's going nowhere. That three won't go in. Antazo fades away. There you go.
Sloppy offense relying on some individual work. That time Sean Antazo thinking that difficult jumper.
Dulanas drops it inside. Cristobal, no good. Solon receives it on the other side. Zanoria attacking him. But that doesn't matter.
Solon has been quite impressive here for the Staglets, but they really need to develop someone who can be a second, a third option for them.
Zanora is outside. He goes right. He'll fire for a three. He'll make it. Renzo Zanoria puts out the fire.
Not exactly someone who looks for his points, but when called upon, Renzo Zanoria can put the ball in the basket.
Just when San Sebastian thought they were on a roll, Renzo Zanoria ruins the fun. Meanwhile, Solon dancing. He'll score. But again, his teammates will have to help.
Well, I'm pretty sure Coach Joff not very happy with the way Solon has been driving with impunity. I'm pretty sure by the next time they face this same Staglet squad, they're gonna put someone to try and contain Duke Solon.
That is the reason why they have to find another guy. It's not sustainable for only Solon to be the only one doing all the work. 15 points is the deficit. The Bandero perhaps can contribute. He'll go to the line. Perhaps a chance to finally get on rhythm. Velasquez getting called for a foul. Labandero at the line. First one is good. It's still possible. They still have time, but they will have to act fast. 2 out of 2 for AJ Labandero.
13-point advantage, but everything will need to start on the defensive end.
Corpuz missing it. Nitura. That won't help San Sebastian's case.
He made that look very easy. Going reverse after getting that offensive rebound.
The Bandero fades away. Not the best shot, greatly defended. Meanwhile, Rosales off the window, it's good.
Making sure that time is Louis Rosales. It's not really been a main factor in this game, but he has provided some key baskets to stymie any kind of rally being mounted by the Staglets.
Not to mention the defense he's been playing on the perimeter for Perpetual. Antazo will fire for 3, gets it to go. That's what I've been talking about. Sean Antazo, perhaps another option.
Well, we do hope that he gets to eventually earn consistent minutes.
Perhaps this will be a sign for Coach Chilito Caro to give him more the upcoming games. Labandero goes right. Nitura on him. He'll fire one. Not that time. They'll get it back. Outside to Solon for 3. Short.
Looks like Duke Solon about to suffer from cramps. Takes the intentional foul that time.
So Solon will have to go out. Again, fatigue is inevitable for someone like Solon. Jim Corpus for 3. That's gotta hurt. Jim Corpuz on fire in today's game.
Already with 17 points, but credit have the basket to the penetration by Nitura and the kick out.
That's the beauty, of the Perpetual Junior Altas. A lot of them are great options. That's why, for other players, they get less defense. Meanwhile, Nitura, no foul call on him. Here goes AJ Labandero. Rosales quickly getting in front of him. You gotta love the initiative. And Tazo. It's a miss.
Despite that miss by Antazo, I think his best span of minutes in this game so far. He has been a little more aggressive and has been providing some production off the bench for San Sebastian.
Labandero has it. Again, no more Duxolon. So he'll be the one to try to score. But that is short. Joshua Scott gets it back. Pacheco on fire. San Sebastian unable to hit again. But Scott cleans up his teammates' miss. But is there enough time?
2 and 20, still a lot of time, enough time to mount a comeback down 13. But again, everything needs to start from the defensive end.
Velasquez outside. Rosales for a three. They get it back. Cristobal not that time. Last 2 minutes of this game. Pacheco outside. Labandero. The pick from Scott. Corpus on him. Still with AJ Labandero. He'll drive. He'll shoot. He won't score.
Interesting choice of music, right? As San Sebastian trying to mount a comeback, mission impossible all over the playing venue.
Perhaps indeed impossible. As right now, Perpetual just showing that they want it more. Showing that they are, or showing that why they are the NCAA reigning juniors champions.
But sometimes it's really just putting enough effort at the right time. Right after, again, that ejection by Castillo, they had a three-pointer coming from Corpus right at the top of the key, and right after that, they made a big run, easily 9 to 11 straight points, and San Sebastian not able to recover after that.
14-point lead, over a minute remaining. Slowly but surely, Perpetual is seeing light at the end of the tunnel. But I'm wondering why that guy hasn't been utilized. Sean Antazo.
And I do believe he has earned minutes moving forward. Really deserves some minutes in that San Sebastian guard rotation.
Hopefully he'll get more. And hopefully Coach Chelito Caro recognizes his contributions. So AJ Labandero will be shooting freebies as Brent Rosales enters the game. First one was no good. And at this point, Perpetual could just burn off some time and enjoy this potential W.
Probably enjoy an ice cold drink after this game.
And travel all the way back to Las Piñas, although I don't think that's very far from here. But San Sebastian, good thing for them. Recto is not that far. So they'll go home, go back to the drawing board, take some rest. But of course, the grind continues for the Staglets, as I'm sure they're going to be facing some formidable opponents down the line. And again, that guy, Sean Antazo, we would like to see more of him for sure the upcoming games, but for now, again, that's what he'll contribute. There you have it, our players won't shoot anymore. Our final score, 81 to 67. the boys of Las Piñas. The Perpetual help Junior Altas. Again, showing that they are the NCAA champions for a reason. On the other hand, San Sebastian, again, not the best game for the couple of their guys. As first, we'll take a look at this move of the game. Nance Nitura, a lot of moves of the game apparently. Again, missed that first one. You said it a while ago, his first jump was just as high as his second jump.
Even the third jump, actually.
Again, that is the beauty, the luxury of having a Nance Nitura in your roster. And again, congratulations to the boys of Coach Geoff Cleopas earning this W 81-67 against San Sebastian. And again, San Sebastian, they missed a couple of guys, but they will have to worry about that for next game. But for this game, this guy has stepped up definitely. Jim Corpuz is the name. Hitting threes, hitting layups, playing defense. Certainly a big contributor in this dub for Perpetual. As we have Janice Zaplan with him at the sidelines for our player of the game interview.
Thanks, Cholo and Coach Noy. I'm with Jim Corpus, number 9 with 17 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. Again, congratulations on being the player of the game. First of all, it was an intense battle against San Sebastian with high emotions, players going down, and ikaw nasaktan ka pa. Anong feeling nun? Okay lang ba yung tiyan mo?
Ano lang naman expect lang namin na magiging physical talaga yung laro. Talagang sabi namin kung ano yung hanap nila, ibibigay talaga namin. Di talaga kami susuko. Yun. Kung ano yung hinahanap nila, di bigay namin.
For sure, at napakita mo nga naman talaga yon. And how did you stay composed in spite of that pressure and heated stuff?
Naging kalmado pa ako lalo para hindi mawala yung laro ko at nag-focus lang ako. Yun nga, sabi nga ni Coach, tatanggalin lang nila yung karir namin na sisirain lang nila laro namin. So ngayon, sabi ni Coach, mag-focus lang daw kami sa laro, hayaan na lang yung...
I definitely saw that in his game. So do you want to thank anyone tonight?
First of all, si God, kasi di namin nakukuha yung panalo kundi dahil sa kanya. And sa Tamayo family, kay Labos A, sa school, Perpetualite, at sa mga teachers, tsaka yung family ko, binabati ko kayo, yun lang.
For sure, marami pang gustong makapanood sa'yo sa mga susunod na laro. Kaya again, congratulations, Jim Corpus, for being the best player for today. Back to you, Cholo and Coach Noy.
Thank you very much, Jana. Again, that is our best player of the game, Jim Corpuz. Really just contributing big time as he signs our official ball of the NDSL basketball series, Spalding. There you have it. Again, congratulations to the boys of Las Piñas, but stay tuned. It's only our third game. 2 more games on our way. Fourth game, rather. 2 more games on our way. This time in the 25 and under division. It's the big boys' turn. Smash basketball going up against the KNZL Believers. This is Cholo Pangilinan, Coach Noy Africa, and Jana Zaplan at the sidelines. And this is, again, the NDSL basketball series.